want to provide some swimming paths. And I invite you to enjoy the chapel in the back of the sanctuary and note joys and concerns in the book there, if you would like. And if you have little ones, there's a nursery downstairs, but today is an amazing children intergenerational service that everyone will enjoy. Afterward, there's hospitality downstairs to meet and greet one another. And finally, please notice the announcements that are in your orders of service. There's so many ways to be engaged in this vibrant community. Tonight there's a solstice celebration at 6. There's a Christmas Eve service on Wednesday at 6. And Tuesday night there's a celebration of the first anniversary for many of our LGBT congregants who were married last December. First anniversary.
Come, whoever you are welcome here. No matter your age, your size, the color of your eyes, your hair, your skin, you are welcome here. No matter whom you love, how you speak, or whatever your abilities, you are welcome here. You are welcome here whether you come with laughter in your heart or tears. You are welcome here. If you come here with an open mind, a loving heart, and willing hands, you are welcome here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am thankful to all of you who braved the rain and that moment I think most of you had where you wondered, do I really need to? And I'm so thankful to you that the answer that welled up inside you was yes.
Yes.
We are thankful for this rain, even though it disturbs our life, because it is giving life to the mountains. It is creating that snow that will build up our water table. We are bringing with us today all that is in these holidays, and I know for most of us it is mixed. It is happiness and it is sadness. It is remembering people we have lost. It is feeling like we're not quite as happy as those movies that we love to watch. And it is a time of wonder. We feel happiness at the birth of a child. And our voices are joining with the voices of Christians all over this world. And perhaps the voices of our ancestors who sang such songs as well. And all over the world on this day, children are being born into many different circumstances, into homes that are welcoming them, that have a room prepared with ducks on the wall, and to families who are wondering how their child will survive the war that is raging around the place where they are giving birth. Let us begin together remembering the words of an amazing Unitarian Universalist educator, Sophia Lyon-Fawes. She wrote, "Each night a child is born is a holy night. Fathers and mothers sitting beside their children's cribs feel glory in the sight of a new life beginning. Each night a child is born is a holy night, a time for singing, a time for worshiping, a time for wondering. Let us call from far and wide. Let our voices join in the happiness that is being spread around the world. And soon you will even see children dressed as sheep. Let us stand and sing our opening song, Go Tell It on the Mountain." your order of service. We light this chalice to affirm that we are a community of hope for all. Please be seated. Unless you want to stand. How many of you have made a mistake?
How many? That's the next one.
This morning I come to you with a mistake that I made. I got home last week and I kept asking, I said, it was after my sermon, I had this strange feeling like something was missing. And then I got home and I realized that as I had been flipping the pages, that I flipped two at a time, that there was this page that was completely missing. And I didn't notice until I was getting towards the end and I thought, already? So I'm going to tell you that part because along with making mistakes, there is redemption. That page that was missing was about when I was sitting, and I told you I was sitting in this church, St. Teresa's Church, and there was this service of healing with this African choir. And as I was sitting there, and the priest was talking about all of the things in his congregation that people who were asking for healing, people had filled out envelopes with what they needed. And as I was sitting there, I was overcome with the idea, with the thought that this world, that we all need a miracle. Now let me tell you what I think of when I say the word miracle. Miracle is a difficult word sometimes for Unitarian Universalists. Part of their growth as a religion was pretty much rejecting the supernatural. And I'm not sure what I believe about that, actually. And as a Unitarian Universalist minister, I get to believe what I want, as you do as well. But I was overcome. I have been overcome by the unrest and the deep sadness in our country over the happenings in Ferguson and other places. And I am overcome often by climate change. And I start to feel really helpless. Do any of you?
Yes.
And I remember following South Africa and what was happening there and feeling that kind of helplessness. I mean, apartheid, if it had... I think all of us were wondering, if that breaks apart, what will happen? Will there be war? And a miracle happened. Not a supernatural miracle, although it came to feel supernatural. But what happened was the country came to feel each other's hearts. And I felt this when I was in an airport and I met a white South African who spoke proudly of our president, Nelson Mandela. And I felt in his words a miracle. And when I watched and listened to the Truth and Reconciliation Commission, what they were doing, I felt a miracle happening. And I think at this season, I mean, we have all of these movies about miracles, but something happens in this season where our hearts open a little bit more. And I believe we become more able to enact a miracle. And I have seen miracles among us. I have seen miracles in new people who have come into us with their wisdom, which you will hear from our wise people today. I have seen miracles in people coming in and having children among us. I have seen people come in who were wounded by religion and have found healing. I believe in that kind of miracle. And as we begin, I invite you to open your hearts to the kind of miracle we need. That kind of coming together we need in this earth if we are truly going to reverse climate change. And let us bring any kind of hope, even if it is very tiny, and I know about tiny hope. Even if it is very tiny, fan it till it gets bigger. And don't worry about looking foolish, because I think we will all need to look foolish in order to make a miracle. And I give thanks to all of you for being here and for making this a holy place by enacting your miracles here and by bringing the stories of the miracles you bring into the world. And now we move into that time of meditation where we speak of all of those places where miracles are needed. So I invite you now. My bell is missing. So, that's okay. Thank you. So as I ring this, I invite you to center and just be in this place. And bring to your mind and heart into those open places, those places that are perhaps opened by this season. Bring in what you want to have happen in this world. On this day, we must bring to mind the 125 children whose lives were lost in a school in Peshawar, Pakistan. We ask for healing for their families. In this congregation, we ask that those of us who are going through difficult times, that we will be able to reach out to others, which is beckoning a miracle. Let us extend our hearts to this earth and feel hope that we can make a difference, that we can transform the places that are in need of transformation. Let us remember all the families who are waiting for a birth right now. Let us remember the families who are mourning the loss of a child. As I ring the bell, I invite you to sit in meditation for a few moments longer. And in that silence, I invite you to say any names of people or places you want to bring to this place. And in keeping with this day, I invite you to think of those people in your life who are experiencing happiness right now. People who have found love, who have found the perfect place to live. People who are happy because they know that snow is falling in the mountains. Amen.
One way that we at South Valley support our community is to share our Sunday morning offerings. Today we'll split the offering with Neighborhood House, who provides accessible elder and child care. And there were People Friends Foundation who went and did gingerbread houses with the children this last week at Neighborhood House. Will you please join me in saying the words printed in the order of service for our offering? We are His church. We are its hands, its heart, its voice. Together we share the love of this community and sustain it with our gifts.
Thank you for your gifts. I begin this story today as the Posada journey. Posada is an inn, and everyone here has a role in our Christmas pageant. So if you thought you escaped, you did not. Our choir are, of course, the angels. And you out there, you who do not have other roles, you are the travelers. And you are traveling along a hard, rocky road. And I want you to remember what traveling used to be like. Because I was imagining Mary and Joseph at this time in their big RV arriving in Bethlehem. And then the shepherds are thinking, oh, I don't know if I could knock on that door. It seems a little scary. You are vulnerable. You are out there in the wind, and a child is going to be born. A woman in the travel party is feeling those pangs that are saying, not very many hours from now, a baby is going to be born, and perhaps you do not have food with you. You've eaten everything you had, and the restaurants are not open, and now you are wandering through, and you are looking for a place to be. And the angels are up there, and they are singing, trying to get the attention of the shepherds, because the shepherds might have an answer.
Stay Oh, and I can see the couples now. But where are my sheep? Oh, my dear sheep. Oh, what do you think we should do? The couples. Oh, that couple seems so fragile. I wonder if we could bring them something to eat. At least they'll be able to walk a little farther if they look for a place to stay. There isn't much to do, but we'll do what we can. Wait, what do we have for those who are traveling? Oh, that's very nice. Let's help them with something to eat. Should we get everyone? Oh, my darling sheep. Let me tell you a story. Far, far away in a land we can only imagine, wise people saw a star. Then they read about it. That star would point the way to everything that the world needed. This is much harder than you think, because the star could only be seen at night when the sky was dark. Even the moon made it hard to follow. But they were on a schedule. They could not afford to get lost.
I find wise people coming in these doors. Some of them I am seeing for the first time, and others have been here for a very, very long time. I invite all the wise people to come up. In the story that you are so familiar with, the wise people bring gifts. They bring gold and frankincense and myrrh. Our wise people today bring gifts of wisdom. We have wisdom from Cindy Conlon, who has brought wisdom from her first day with us, and soon she will take her wisdom to Costa Rica. And how many years with the 2.5 years with the Peace Corps. So we want to hear her wisdom.
I wanted to say that happiness does not come from money or from possessions. Once we've met our basic needs, our happiness comes from having meaningful work to do, having a community like this one, and I thank you so much for accepting me into your community this year, and for growing as a human being. That's where we find our happiness. So thank you.
And then Joanna McLean came right about the same time, just bubbling into our space with us, with her baby Millie. And she is now coaching basketball for junior high school girls. We know she has wisdom.
Something I learned this year is that there are fewer absolutes than I thought at one time, and that I should always be open to learning something new.
And Emily Smith. And Emily Smith brings the wisdom of 100% engagement in life and creativity.
You should always not be afraid to get yourself out there.
And Rachel comes. Ryan! I thought you were tall for Rachel. And Ryan comes to us with the great wisdom of overcoming many difficulties and of a long time when she was in that amazing marching band that travels the world from American or
Try hard in everything you do.
And now we have Tom Payson, who just came to us this year, and he brings wisdom from being a superintendent of school districts all over this country.
Thank you. Learning is important for all of us. Those who may be many years old and here among us, but we also must remember our children. And so, for all of us, regardless of how old we are and how young we still are, should be continuous learners.
And now, a member who has been here from the very, very beginning, when even this church was a dream. Joe Gates, who bravely marches into the mountains with his geologist heart and his footing of a mountain goat.
Thank you. I guess I am an old goat. Maybe in my case, wisdom in silence.
Carol I heard on the radio that was "Shut Up, It's Christmas," which was really about listening to people during Christmas. Anyway, thank you all for your wisdom. We now have the opportunity to sing that song that we loved so much, or I loved as a child, "We Three Kings." I invite you to stand in body or spirit and sing our hymn number 259.
There are a lot of hotels, but a lot is going on. We don't have anything. Well, nothing that anyone would like. I guess we have a stable. I think we have that much room. Is a stable okay? Would you mind spending the night in the stable?
Would you mind spending the night in a stable?
How are you doing? Now that you've found a stable, are you feeling better? You're okay? And yes, the miracle is coming soon. And as the miracle is coming up the aisle, I now invite our couples and their babies who are here for the child dedication, the couples and their children. We thought that this was the perfect time on Christmas to have a child dedication. For as far back as there have been places of worship, people have brought their children forth to be blessed and named in those places of worship. The Unitarian Universalist dedication tradition comes from our Universalist heritage when John Murray could see no justification in baptizing babies. He could see no sin that needed to be taken from them. So he began dedicating children. And we do this by asking the name of the child. And I'm going to begin with Sadie Toman and Shannon Black, who are co-parenting Sirsha and Amon. Okay, please tell me their names again. Full names.
Sirsha Zora Simone Barnes and Eamon Jasper Now Black.
Okay, so Sirsha and Amon. And now I am asking you, what are their names? Sirsha and Amon. Thank you, thank you. Sirsha and Amon, we welcome you to this community. And we pledge to you that we will protect you and keep you, and we have a present for you. And now we have a talkative. So
This is Chase Beverly Likeness.
okay, Chase Betterly Likeness, who is the son of Randy Likeness and Amy Betterly. Now I ask you, what is his name? Chase. Chase. Chase, listen to how we are welcoming you. This is a happy day. Welcome,
Marjorie Pace.
What is her name? Hazel! Who has the very fortunate parents, and she is fortunate too, the parents of Lindsay Pace and our shepherd, Cody Pace. Oh, welcome, Hazel. We will protect you and keep you. Yes, yes. And now Liz and I would like to give the special welcome that we give. So to all of you, to Hazel, Saoirse, Eamon, and then we have little Victoria there too, saying very quietly, and Chase. We welcome you and we appreciate your uniqueness, which we have already seen just in these moments. There is no one like any of you in the entire world. We gave you roses to signify that uniqueness because each rose in the world is different. And it's interesting with roses because roses also have thorns. So there are things in life that we will need to be careful with. And that is where all of you come in. But first we'll have...
Well, we took the thorns off because we want to protect our little ones, at least for a little while.
So we say to you that we appreciate all of the uniqueness that you bring, and that thorns are a part of life too.
We hope to teach you, learn from you, respect you, and love you.
Okay, now this is the part where I ask the parents. Okay, parents, do you as the parents of Hazel, Saoirse, you can say these with me, Saoirse, Eamon, and Chase, do you as their parents agree to love them and dedicate yourselves to do all that you can to share the beauty and the goodness of life? If you agree, please say, we do. Yes. Okay, and then we ask the congregation, if you, the congregation of South Valley Unitarian Universalist Society, agree to delight in these children's accomplishments, share in their sorrows, and encourage them in every way as they grow into adulthood. If you agree, please say, we do. We do. Oh. And now we give thanks for all of you. Thank you for bringing your children to this place, and we ask that you feel that you have a community now who can share in that burden and happiness of parenthood. And now, as you go to your seats, we will sing a lullaby to you. Today, as we go out into the world, may we all keep an eye out for miracles, for ways we can be, I see some people streaming, for ways we can be miracles for others. Let us remember the feeling of walking on that rough road, not knowing what we would find, and the joy of welcome. Let us feel from this time that sense of miracle when we hear the children going downstairs and the time goes on and on, that their laughter among us and their cries are signs that they are finding a miracle of friendship among us. May we all find the miracle of belonging and of love. May it be so. Amen. We will now sing our closing song, number 235, and let us sing with gusto. We are decking the halls with holly.